Hello everyone and welcome to the 10th episode of Italian Politician of the Week. I'm Ipernik, and today we got another big politician, Matteo Renzi, former Prime Minister, Mayor of Florence and President of the Democratic Party. As usual, remember to like, subscribe, comment and join the Discord for the latest updates. That being said, let's start. Matteo Renzi was born in 1975 in Florence. There he graduated in law and became its mayor in 2009. During his 5-year term, he enjoyed very high opinion polls, and this made him very popular in the Democratic Party. As mayor, he halved the number of city councillors, installed 500 free Wi-Fi access points across the city, and increased spending on social welfare programs and schools. His ability to invest in public sector, while at the same time helping the economy and improving the well-being of the citizens of Florence, gave him just enough fame to fuel his ambition to power. In 2011, he started to show interest in national politics and earned the name The Scrapper for his innovative ideas and revolutionary approach to Italian politics, not to mention his will of literally dismantling the old establishment. In 2013, President of the Democratic Party Pierluigi Bersani was forced to resign after the steep drop in votes at the election that same year. This allowed Renzi to swoop in, and he became one of the youngest party secretaries in Italian history. Just a year later, with the pressure from both the Democrats and the opposition, Prime Minister Enrico Letta was forced to resign and Matteo Renzi was chosen as the new Prime Minister. At this point you might be wondering, what made Renzi so popular in the first place? First of all, he was very charismatic, and his revolutionary idea seemed exactly what the country needed after being ruled by Berlusconi for so many years. Second of all, I think this is the most important factor. He was very inclusive in his plans to reform the country. He promised to help families, businesses, banks, minorities, the poor, the old, the young. If you lived in Italy, Renzi had something to offer you in exchange for your vote. Some would say that standing for everyone is not too different from standing for anything at all, which is very true, and this brings us to his political compass. Renzi is, if you didn't guess already, a centrist, but not any kind of centrist, a liberal centrist. He is in theory anti-establishment, as in he is against the state taking over many branches of the economy like the postal service and infrastructure, but he is also for the expansion of welfare and for the reduction of taxation to businesses. One thing I particularly like about his program is his attention to education and the efforts he put into stopping many young Italians from fleeing the country in search of jobs abroad. He would give government bonuses to kids graduating from high school and lower taxes for workers coming back to Italy after working abroad. However, while I'd say that Renzi did a good job in certain cases, he's far from excellent, and his government made some questionable decisions. Whenever I hear the saying, every politician always promises more than what they can actually deliver, I always think of Renzi. For example, he always appeared open to minorities of any kind, from foreigners to the LGBT community, yet he barely did anything concrete for them, like he never actually passed a law that protected any of these minorities, and some would even say that the way he handled the migrant crisis of 2015 was downright awful. He also favored the well-being of big corporations and banks over the stability of the small businesses and the working class. One of his most criticized actions was the abolishment of Article 18 of the Constitution that protected workers from being fired out of the blue for no reason whatsoever. With that article out of the way, many companies got rid of their non-essential personnel. This led to a rise in unemployment and an increase of the GDP. On a brighter note, young unemployment decreased, most likely because some companies got rid of their old employees to hire fresh ones. Not to mention the fact that Renzi encouraged companies to hire workers under 30 by promising government bonuses, which he delivered, though it is clear that Renzi did let many people down. I guess that is just what happens when you bite more than you can chew. The disappointment created by Renzi's unfulfilled promises is what I attribute to the sudden rise to power of people like Salvini, Meloni and Di Maio, hence anti-establishment politicians, which is annoying. Renzi eventually resigned in 2016 after his referendum to change the roles of the Senate turned into a big flop. In 2018, just like his predecessor, Renzi left the role of secretary of the Democratic Party after the poor results to the elections. He recently made his own party, called Italia Viva, which takes inspiration by Emmanuel Macron's party, which I refuse to even try and pronounce. Even though he has very low numbers, many politicians decided to join him, like Teresa Bellanova, Elena Boschi, Ivan Scalfarotto, and Ettore Rosato. Furthermore, two of the current ministers in Conte II are part of the party, which is still pretty impressive. Since both the government majority and the opposition have very close numbers in the parliament, Italia Viva's position is very often the crucial one that makes the difference between passing a law and discarding a law, even though they have 3% of the members of parliament. My opinion on Renzi is very mixed. He did just as many good things as bad things, but I also don't like him very much as a person. I did not mention this, but he's very egocentric, and it's really a deal breaker for me, though I have to admit that we are not too different ideologically. Now, you probably think this is the end of the video, but I beg to differ. I kept the most hilarious things about Renzi for last. If you read the title, you already know where I'm going with this. Matteo Renzi speaks English very oddly, like he probably understands it very well, but his way of speaking it is just like it makes no sense. Here are some clips.
Well, Professor, you know, my personal position is that Italy's debt is too much big. In this moment, the level of debt is 133%. For the first time in 2015, we stopped the growth. We don't know. We are not a superpower in the military field, but we can be superpower in the healthcare and the relation with innovation. So, I believe not increase taxation in Italy, also because it's impossible. The people kill us.
Like, this is not even about the accent. Well, kinda, but I don't want to expand on that since I don't want to be hypocritical. But like, the delivery, the grammar, the choice of words is all wrong. Wait, I got one more.
This was the first reaction, shock. Shock because in our mind, everything is totally connected with the UK. Obviously, this decision is a decision. Brexit is Brexit. The people of UK decided the way for the future.
I love the reporter's face. Okay. No, like, look, someone made him even a remix.
In the TV one, because in the field structure, in the marketing, in the commercial, in the lessons, in the TV. But for a country, this is also the representation. My mother, in the for crying, in the TV one, in the TV one.
This never stops being funny. Alright guys, that is all I have today, and for the rest of the month too. Be sure to let me know which politician you preferred this month in the poll in the community section. See you next time and have a great day.
Because the idea without marketing and commercial field structure